Now they're headed by ALUNISSAGE for Godolphin, Visor, Ted Durcan at 14 to 1. And Beyond, Kevin Darley's mount at 10 to 1. DEMOPHILOS 10 to 1, ridden by Richard Quinn, who won it last year on Millenary. Jimmy Fortune rides one of 4 runners for Aidan O'Brien. Life Match, a possible front runner, Jimmy Fortune 150 to 1. Mediterranean at 9 to 1, Jamie Spencer. Milan on the first string from Ballydoyle, 13 to 8 favourite Mick Kinane. Mr Combustible at 15 to 8 under inform Michael Hills. And then Pugin, who was second to Vinnie Rowe last time. Johnny Murtagh in the saddle at 8 to 1. And 2 outsiders, Saddler's Creek and Paul Scallan at 150 to 1, When in Rome at 50 to 1, ridden by Neil Callan, having his first ride in a classic.
Impressed, were you? Well, Mr Combustible is out to 2 to 1 as it's 7 to 4 against Milan as favourite for the SADDLER'S. Is there 9 to 1 against Mediterranean, 10 to 1 bar those, and Beyond, and DEMOPHILOS with 9 to 1 also Pugin, and 14 ALUNISSAGE. But I don't think, after the evidence of Ireland, that Milan will be usurped from favouritism. He's now 7 to 4, bottle 2, Mr.
For the Rothmans Royals St Leger, a mile and 3/4 plus half a furlong, and we're expecting a strong pace. Saddler's Creek sent straight into the lead, one of the O'Brien quartet from DEMOPHILOS, and ALUNISSAGE with When in Rome close up with these, and Beyond on the outside, Mr Combustible up the inside, then Milan and Pugin, Mediterranean and Life Match. One of those we thought might make the running is the back marker in the pink jacket as they race down the back straight, and it's Saddler's Creek that leads the way in the dark blue with the blue and yellow quartered cap, followed by DEMOPHILOS in the orange jacket. The blue of Godolphin just shielded in third aboard ALUNISSAGE. The black and white diamonds of Mr Combustible next, and then on the outside of these is Pugin, and they're followed by Beyond towards the outside as they race towards Rose Hill. When in Rome back on the inside in a yellow jacket, followed by Milan, Mediterranean and Life Match. On the descent from Rose Hill now, less than a mile and a quarter to cover, and they're quite well strung out, and it's Saddler's Creek that's making the running to DEMOPHILOS in second, and a clear second because ALUNISSAGE is a good 5 lengths back in third. Through the first 4.5 furlongs in 53.22 seconds. That's a very fast pace indeed, albeit with a tailwind down the back. They'll hit the wind when they come up the home straight, and that's where it'll get really tough. And it's Saddler's Creek from DEMOPHILOS in second, ALUNISSAGE and Pugin on the outside of Mr Combustible. Then Beyond wide of When in Rome. Milan has set well off this early pace. Mediterranean is one from last, followed by stablemate at the rear, Life Match. Saddler's Creek is just beginning to find it hard work in front now, and DEMOPHILOS draws rather closer under Richard Quinn, and Richard may be left in front in a second or two. ALUNISSAGE in third, then Pugin, Mr Combustible back on the inside. Then Beyond is 3 deep, and something's gone wrong with Mediterranean. Mediterranean appears to have broken down towards the rear and is being pulled up very quickly, the E-ball winner. Meanwhile, up front, DEMOPHILOS has been left in the lead and has a 2 or 3 length advantage over ALUNISSAGE in second place. Then Pugin and Beyond down the outside. Mr Combustible, When in Rome. Milan is locked away on the inside under Mick Kinane as they stretch now for the final 3 furlongs, and it's DEMOPHILOS by a couple of lengths. ALUNISSAGE, Mr Combustible up the inside. When in Rome. Milan's got plenty to do, and he's got to find a way through the traffic. Pugin finding it hard work, so is Beyond, and DEMOPHILOS leads them inside the final quarter mile with a 3 or 4 length lead over Mr Combustible. Then When in Rome. Now Milan is pulled out and beginning to charge home and looks a big danger to the leader. DEMOPHILOS is cut down in a matter of strides by Milan, and Milan comes swooping through in the hands of Mick Kinane, and it looks like yet another classic win for Ballydoyle, and Milan is scorching away, and Milan a runaway winner of the St Leger. In second place DEMOPHILOS, in third Mr Combustible, When in Rome in 4, followed home by ALUNISSAGE and Pugin and Beyond, and they trail back to Life Match and Saddler's Creek, who set that very strong early pace. Mick Kinane, that was the strong pace he wanted. He sat well off it on Milan, winner of the Great Voltica last time. He was content to wait and bide his time, and those that had sat on the sharp end of the pace were standing still in the closing stages. Poor old DEMOPHILOS had run such a game race but he was always close to the heat in this St Leger. £2.70, places 140, 230, 180, exacta £19.40.